Hi, my name is R.C. Thornton. I'm the owner and licensed tax professional at Real Estate Agent Tax Relief. And what I do is I help real estate agents solve some of the most severe issues with the IRS out there. The vast majority of our clients owe either high five figures, if not six figures, if not multiple six figures to the IRS. This problem has been bothering them for a long time. They just want to move on with their life and they want to get back on track because they want to grow their business, spend more time with their family, live in a less stress-free way, and they really see at the other end of the tunnel that there's so many things in their life that they could be doing and they could have going their way if it weren't for this issue. So that's what I help the profession do, and it's been a real honor to help people. And what I wanted to do was actually make a three-part video series for you. And the topic that I wanted to talk about is the three most overlooked parts to solving an IRS problem. Now, why would I even make a video on this topic to begin with? Like, who should even care about this? Well, it comes from my vantage point of having talked with literally over 1,000 people on the phone about their IRS issue. I have talked with a lot of people who have very, very significant issues with the IRS. And as time went on and I started to talk with more people and I learned more about their lives and the things that were going on in it, I noticed a really interesting trend in the people that I worked with. Some people that I work with, we'd get in there, we'd do a great job, we'd get the problem fixed, these people would be done with this problem, they'd move on with their life, their business would grow, they'd be totally back on track. But so many people that I talked to, they couldn't get the problem resolved. Maybe every single year, the problem continued to perpetually get worse. Maybe they had the opportunity in the past to fix it, but they didn't do anything. They procrastinated. They put their head in the sand longer, and they didn't take action. And then, of course, they wound up owing more. IRS enforcement increased. Their life became more stressful and more frustrated. And what I really began to notice, and I really asked myself, as a person who truly cares about helping as many real estate agents as I can, I really asked myself, why is it that some real estate agents, they do such a great job and they get this problem fixed, but why is it honestly that so many more, they can't get it done? That they keep getting stuck and they're not moving on with their lives? And I thought about the 1,000+ people I talked to and I started to notice there were some very specific things that the people that continue to struggle year after year were doing wrong that everyone else wasn't. And as you watch this video, I really would ask you to really think about in your own life. If you've had an IRS problem for several years now, it's very significant. Ask yourself maybe if you're making one of these three mistakes that I'm going to cover. And in today's video, I'm going to cover the first of the three topics. And then in coming up videos, we'll talk about the next two. So let's hop right into it. The first biggest mistake that I see real estate agents who continue to struggle and are unable to fix their problem and move on with their life is this. Defining your why. Defining your why. Now, what do I mean by that? One of the most interesting things about humans and about people and about the way that we as human beings work is that for big problems and things that are big changes and big issues in our life, our mind really kind of plays a lot of tricks on us, doesn't it? So if you've had an IRS problem for a while, I'm sure you've gone through all of these mental gymnastics with yourself about feeling really stressed out, about feeling totally overwhelmed, about confusion of what to know, what to do to fix the problem. Do I ask for professional help? Do I not ask for professional help? Do I do it now? Do I do it next year? Do I file these tax returns first? Do I call these? And you're overwhelmed and you're not really sure what to do. And what for so many people happens is this overwhelm causes them to not take action to fix the problem. And then a perpetual cycle continues to circle. And they're not pushing themselves to get to that next level. And you wonder, why is it? Is it because people don't care? Is it because they're lazy? Is it because, what's the reason? And here's the really interesting thing that I've noticed after about 1,000 calls. The people that get this problem fixed the best, the fastest, most efficiently, and move on with their lives the fastest, they've defined their why. Why should they care? Why should you want to fix your tax problem? What's the specific reason in your life you want to fix this problem? What difference does it make to you to actually make this problem go away? What is the reason? Now, is the reason just like it's kind of annoying, it's making you stressed out, maybe you have no reason, or is the reason something like, I really want to move on with my life? When I've envisioned myself as a human being, what kind of person am I? What kind of man am I? What kind of woman am I? Am I the kind of person who, what is my reason for wanting to do this? Do I look at my business and say, I am the kind of person who owns a successful business. I'm in charge of my finances. And my why is I want to materialize that in my life. And I want to show to myself that I can live my life in a way where I'm in charge of my life. That's my why. Or maybe I have a family, and my family deserves the absolute best for me, financially, emotionally, personally. And by me having this problem with the IRS, it is stopping all of those things from happening. Or this is so stressful and it's so painful that I don't want to live my life like this anymore. And I'm going to do anything and everything to get this fixed. The why is the most important part. Because with human beings, the way that we are wired is if we don't have a totally clear reason why we want to do something that's a big project and takes a lot of work and frankly takes a lot of frustration and some pain to do, we're not going to do it. Because in our mind, if we don't have that clarity, there's a million other priorities out there, right? There's a million other things. And I mean, think about it. Like if you didn't clearly see why you would want to go, like think about when you started to be a real estate agent. Like for the vast majority of real estate agents out there, most of them had a job somewhere else before they became a real estate agent. Why did you want to become a real estate agent? In your mind, I bet your why was something like, I'm tired of working for someone else. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to help other people. I want to provide a better life for my family. I want to have a career where I can set my own hours and be in charge and not be beholden to someone else. You had a why, right? That why was what probably made you leave the security of your 9-to-5 job and become a real estate agent where there is no security, only your own wits and your tenacity to succeed. The why drives action. And for so many people that I talk to, with tax problems, their why is not defined. Yeah, they know it's annoying, they know it's frustrating, they know they hurt, but they accept it as part of their life. They're like, yeah, well, could be worse. Could be worse than it is. That's just kind of the way I live my life because, okay, that's just the way that things go for me. I have a tax problem. And when they're presented with the opportunity to fix it, they don't do anything because in their mind, there's not a clear reason why they should do it. I mean, sure, they wish it would go away if it were easy, if it were free, if it took no effort or very little effort. But in their mind, because obviously fixing a problem with the IRS is not easy, it's not free, and it takes a lot of work, when they realize how hard it is and they don't have a defined why, they don't act. Now, here's the problem with not acting with the IRS. You can fool them for a day, a week, a month. I've seen people ignore the IRS for several years. But each and every single time, the chickens come home to roost with the IRS. They always come back. Every time. The biggest cases that I have had in my entire career are from people that procrastinated for years because they didn't have a clear why. And then you know what happened? When the IRS started garnishing literally all of their commissions for the year, now they had a clear why. Because they weren't able to provide for their family, and they needed to take the next step to fix the problem. So, I mean, the point of this video, and I hope I've driven it home closely, is my action item to you is really think about the why. Think about what in your life is being held back, and take out a piece of paper. I mean, in all honesty, take out a piece of paper and write down why. What is being held back? Is it something with your business? Is it something with your desired way to treat your family and provide? Is it being more emotionally available for those who matter to you? Is it living a life that you're proud of? Is it being someone that you perceive would be more respected and people would look up to? Is it a desire to have financial mastery. Whatever those reasons are to you, these are just, I mean, honestly, these are the ones that I hear from people the most. But your reason will be unique to you. And really just think about it. Think about what in your life is being held where you want to be, and what in your life is being held back by your tax problem. And when you do that, it'll become clear to you that this is something that's an urgent matter that needs to be taken care of. And the only way to actualize yourself into the person you want to be is to take action. So, very interesting, huh? Interesting how all of these things that come to the root of who we are as human beings make such a big difference in solving some of the biggest problems we have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is part 1 of the 3-part video series on the biggest mistakes people make when they have issues with the IRS. And I think you're kind of going to start seeing a trend here that most of these reasons are not something technical. It's not like you didn't know to pay your estimated payments, or you didn't look on the IRS website and find this information. It's all the core of who we are and our actions that really make the biggest difference. And that's what I'm going to share with you. And I really hope that the other 2 videos will be enlightening, and I hope this one has too, and helping you understand how to really move to the next level in your life and get rid of this problem. So if this video has resonated with you, if this is something you think you would like to sign up for a time to speak with me on, let me just share with you how that works really quickly. I have a limited amount of time in my calendar each week for a tax analysis session with me personally. Again, I'm the owner and I'm a licensed tax professional. And what that basically is we would sit down over the phone and just chat about where you are and put together a plan to get it fixed. And at that point, if you wanted our help, we could do that. If not, that's totally fine as well. The way to sign up for that is to go to the following website, which will be linked below the video, but I'll say it here too. go.realestateagenttaxresolution.com/video YouTube. That is exactly where it will be. go.realestateagenttaxresolution.com/video YouTube, because that is where you will be able to sign up for a tax strategy session with me, and we'll chat about where you are and see if we can help. And I'll just give you the facts and you can decide what you want to do. It's been a pleasure making this video for you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.